Hi, and welcome to SpellCheckPlusPro.com, the grammar checker that teaches students how to improve their writing. In this short video, I'll describe the site for you, discuss its features, and explain why it's a great tool for improving the skills needed to write successfully in English. So what is SpellCheckPlus Pro? It's a website that examines compositions written in English and identifies errors typical of first and second language users of English. The site has been designed to do exactly what teachers do when marking written assignments, that is, underline errors and provide clear feedback to help students learn from their mistakes. To use SpellCheckPlus Pro, you need some kind of text. You can write in the main window or cut and paste from a Word document. Once you have a text, click the check button and the site will quickly examine your composition for common errors. After a few seconds, the text will reappear and two kinds of errors will be highlighted. Spelling errors will be indicated by red letters, and grammatical errors will be surrounded by a yellow box. To receive information about the mistake, move your mouse over it and a comment box will appear. The box provides an explanation and an example of correct usage. After reading this information, you simply edit the text by clicking the error and making the necessary change. The great thing about SpellCheckPlus Pro is that it provides explanations and allows the user to decide whether or not a change is necessary. No automatic correction is imposed. It should be noted that SpellCheckPlus Pro has been designed by language teachers and is inspired by a process writing approach to learning. Site users should approach the writing task in stages. As such, we suggest you submit a text, correct the errors, then resubmit your work. This is important since SpellCheckPlus Pro requires certain errors to be fixed before it will point out other ones. For example, if you write, "I think it's too bad," only the incorrect use of "to" will be highlighted initially. Once this change is made, the error concerning "its," which requires an apostrophe, will be caught. It's through a series of interactions like this that one makes greatest progress and that SpellCheckPlus Pro will be most successful at identifying errors. Recent research shows that learners make greater progress when they are not overwhelmed by an excessive number of errors. What kind of errors does the site catch and explain? While no grammar checker will identify 100% of errors, SpellCheckPlus Pro catches the vast majority and is particularly adept at finding high-frequency errors and second language problems. For example, commonly confused words, such as there, to, affect, grammar errors, like I would have went, I took, problems with punctuation and capitalization, second language errors like I am student, why you leave, problems with apostrophes, and literally thousands more. Let's have a look at the site's various features. Above the editing window, you'll find buttons that help with checking, copying and pasting, printing, and enlarging the editor window. On the top right of the screen, you can change various settings under My Profile, and you can access any text you've submitted in the past with the My Text Archive button. Let's now look at the features below the editing window. First, you'll notice a checkbox that says I'm Anglophone. When this is checked, errors typical of non-native speakers will not be flagged. Below the checkbox, you'll find a thesaurus that provides alternatives to hundreds of overused words. Simply type in a word to get an alternative. Moving down the screen, you'll find an error summary along with the accompanying explanation, all of which can be printed. Finally, many errors will have interactive exercises associated with them. Simply click on the link and you'll have access to an exercise that's related to the error you've just made. You might ask, how is SpellCheckPlus Pro different from MS Word's Grammar Checker? Well, SpellCheckPlus Pro targets errors made by second language learners of English. It's available online and can be used at home or at school. It has exercises and error summaries to encourage learning. SpellCheckPlus Pro provides clear explanations that students interact with in order to learn during the editing process. Unlike Microsoft Word, SpellCheckPlus Pro is a teaching tool. And finally, explanations to spelling errors are relevant. For example, if you type I took in Microsoft Word, the correct answer will not be given. If you type the same thing into SpellCheckPlus Pro, the user will be told that the past form of take is took. Again, explanations, not pull-down lists, are provided. Does it work? While recent research shows quite clearly that students make greater progress when they interact with educational feedback during the writing process. But some of the most encouraging proof of the site's ability to help learners comes from the users themselves. One user wrote to say, "Your site is very practical. In addition to catching spelling mistakes, it explains grammar. The ability to explain grammar is a big advantage over other software applications. We're not forced to blindly choose from a list. I'm going to be able to perfect my second language thanks to SpellCheckPlus Pro." And a language teacher wrote us to say, "I'm an ESL specialist, and I've just spent some time exploring your site. I think this is a great tool, and it's not only teacher-friendly, but it's also student-friendly. I like this so much more than a word processor, since feedback and a deeper explanation are given to the student. I also look forward to seeing my students become more independent learners and workers, who do not rely only on the teacher for feedback on their writing." What's the difference between the free and the pro version of the site? Well, the pro version has a large resizable window for editing texts. There's no advertising. There are exercises for grammatical errors, and there's also a detailed error summary. There are no length restrictions on submissions. You get a writing portfolio to keep track of what you've written in the past, and you have a thesaurus to avoid overused words. Thanks for taking the time to learn about SpellCheckPlus Pro. If you'd like information about our reasonably priced classroom or school licenses, please contact us at mail@spellcheckplus.com, and we'd be delighted to answer your questions and discuss how you could integrate SpellCheckPlus Pro into your curriculum.